Hi Sarang, how are you doing?
Hi Abhishek, how are you?
I'm good,
Doing
I'm
good.
good. Welcome to second School Tech Summit on 31st July. And
Thank you.
we have Dr. Ravi Gupta sir, also the CEO and the founder of Elas Technomedia. Sir, can you switch on your mic?
Hello,
Sure,
sir.
sure. Welcome, Sharon. Thanks for joining here, and we are looking forward to this interesting presentation.
And Sarang, this is the one of the interesting video that I have seen learning through gaming. So Sarang, over to you. After your presentation, we have some discussion. Thanks, sir. Over to you.
Definitely. Let me share my screen.
Yes. Yes, it's loud and clear, sir.
Okay. Is my screen visible?
Yes, Sarang, it is visible.
Great. Okay, so I was paying attention to a lot of panelists, Dr. Prasad, Mr. Pathak, and Dr. Ravi, and I was even listening to a lot of important points from Divya ma'am. Om Pathak ji said children in remote areas are not getting anything. There's a lot of divide between urban India and rural India, and a lot of good products end up going to urban India. And he said that tech companies will have to pitch in a major way and come up with ways to include everybody and take everybody along in this difficult time in the COVID times. Miss Divya said, stop running cinema halls. So that was something which I felt was extremely relevant in today's time. People are actually, trying to put the children in front of the TV screens or the in front of the mobiles and expecting them to learn. But it's imagine us. We are in the corporate world. We are not able to sit for 2-3 hours in a continuous meeting. But that is the expectation from a 6 year, 7-year-old child. So it is obviously difficult times for children. And through Prodigy, we have tried to make an effort to make it easy for these children. Abhishek, is my voice clear or is it breaking?
Sarang, voice is clear.
Okay, great. So I'm Sharang Garvind, and good morning, everybody, all the esteemed panelists as well as all the attendees for the conference. Prodigy is a global revolution in game-based learning. It is transforming children's life as we talk right now. There's one mission that we work with as a company. It is to help every student in the world to love learning, irrespective of their background, irrespective of how their economic background is. We are trying to help each and every child in the world to love learning. So what is Prodigy? In very simple terms, Prodigy is the world's largest math game-based learning platform. It is a maths game, the world's largest, with so strong an engagement that children enjoy doing Prodigy maths more than they enjoy like this. And it is paired with a very powerful curriculum and an algorithm that adapts to the child's learning. So every student in the classroom, whether he is a very brilliant student or whether the child is lagging behind, the software of the algorithm adapts and is able to give content specific to the child's capabilities. So before I talk a bit more about what Prodigy has done or how Prodigy is helping us, let us talk about how Prodigy has grown and how much customer validation we have seen across the world. We are a very young company, only 7-year-old, but this kind of growth and confidence of the customer has never been seen globally ever. If you look at this data, in 2014, we were less than 1 lakh students. From 2015, we came to 10 lakh learning students. And today, in 2018, we reached 5 crore students across the world. We have 12 lakh teachers at that point of time, and about 1 lakh schools partnering in 2018. So what is the situation now? As on today, during the time of COVID, we see 8 crore active students on our platform, and we have partnered with 4 lakh schools. We entered India just in Delhi and Bangalore area, but also some rural schools in Andhra, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, and Karnataka. So before I move on, I will quickly explain what is the difference between Prodigy and the typical products that are available in the market. In news, we see a lot of companies getting heavy funding and coming into the news. So these companies are called gamified learning companies, with a lot of fund pool that they have. So that there is a difference between gamified learning and game-based learning. Gamified learning means it focuses on the end reward for a child. But game-based learning like Prodigy it's a full game. The child enters into the game, he sees different worlds, he sees beaches, he sees mountains, he is exploring within the game. And during that, he will get maths problems like you see on your screen on the right side. And he is trying to solve these maths problems. Gamified learning is to just complete the skill and move on, while game-based learning focuses on nurturing of the skills. And it is extremely adaptive. It adapts to the child's learning capabilities. Gamified learning is very much rule-based. So, okay, you follow these rules, traditional learning, do this, and let's have this outcome. But game-based learning, as I explained, there are different worlds, there are different things that the child explores. So it is very discovery-based kind of a learning methodology. Gamified learning is competitive. We are trying to compete between children, while game-based learning, we have educators in this panel and the attendees. So you must have heard of growth mindset, and this is what this program focuses on. So one thing which has been proven with research is Prodigy has more student engagement than any other maths program in the world. There is a research done in the US by Dr. Lee Jenkins. He is a brain specialist and he's a writer. He said that from grade 1 to 10, there is a continuous lack of enthusiasm for the child. And as you can see over here, if, from 90 points, it is falling to 37 points, 39 points when the child moves from grade 1 to 10. That's his enthusiasm is getting to 1/3. So this is a big problem that educators face, that they are trying to teach, but only the top 5, top 7 students in the classroom are attentive, they are interested. The other children are bored out. They are thinking, their mind is outside the classroom. And this is why it doesn't work, because it works on a fixed mindset that the child is looking outside, he feels he's not good at maths, his mood changes, he feels anxious, defeated, his confidence gets low, and his behavior change comes, which means he gives up. Compare this with growth mindset, which you are quite well aware of, that we try to work on the behavior of the child. We try to say that the child has to say, I play this game because it is fun, and I am rewarded for my efforts, because of which I will do more maths, which changes the mood of the child. He feels motivated, happy, and more confident, and which changes his thoughts that he loves maths and he's good at maths. So how do we do this? Johns Hopkins University, friends, is one of the world's largest research universities in the world. And they have proved that Prodigy game works. Prodigy game is more engaging than any other maths program available. This is a research which has been done, and I'll be happy to share this research with you. So what happens inside Prodigy? When a child logs into the game, the student starts playing the game, and the algorithm starts adapting to the way that the child is playing. If the child is answering many questions correctly, the game will start giving him difficult problems. But if the child is struggling, if the child is not able to answer, the system even detects that the child is getting stressed out. And at this point of stress, the game changes the type of questions to easier questions, or the game will change the pattern of the questions. Now, when the child answers these questions, he's generating a lot of data. Is the child able to answer questions on numbers? Is the child able to answer questions on fractions? this data is going back to the teacher. Yes, this game is controlled by the teacher. The school teachers have full control of this game. They decide what is sent to the child, what kind of questions that this child sees. And this is the most powerful aspect of this program, which I will talk now. So what is in it for everybody? For the students, I said that it is the most engaging math platform in the world. It is personalized learning through artificial intelligence, and the child enjoys practicing maths more than anywhere else. For the teachers are able to create assignments on this platform. There are more than 1,500 skills, curriculum aligned to either CBSE or ICSE or IGCSE, whatever the board of your school. And the teacher is getting individual reports for each and every student based on the game data. And she uses this to for remediation of the child. For the parents, as a parent, I can see for my son or daughter, what is the level of his maths accomplishment, what are the topics that he is doing well in, what are the topics that he is struggling in. And for our principals and educators, it is 100% curriculum aligned. It is for grades 1 to 8. There are a lot of performance reports which will tell between classes, which classes are doing well, which students are doing well. So a lot of data reporting which can be used by the schools, and extremely affordable pricing, like unbelievably affordable pricing is what we call it. So how do the schools benefit? One, it is curriculum aligned. Second, teachers can customize and choose and pick her questions, the skills that she wants to test for the child. She can administer homework. She can administer slip test and even formative assessment. You know, time-based formative assessments can be conducted. Now see how powerful this is. Right now in current situation when students are sitting at home and teacher is just able to connect with online classes, she's not able to conduct tests. She can give a half-an-hour time-bound test over here and the students have to solve this, and there's a live data which comes to the teacher on what is my students' performance, which students have topped this particular topic, which students are struggling. And then she can design content. Even on this platform itself, she can send more practice to the students who are lagging behind. Third, it is outcome-based learning, which is the teachers getting differentiation through reports, which I just talked about. Fourth, this is extremely easy to use. Like it is a 6-year-old child can create their account on Prodigy and start playing. No hassles, no problems involved over here. And as I said, it is very affordable pricing. And this matches with our vision also, that every student should be able to afford this learning. So this is a kind of report, which the assessment which the teacher creates. On the left side, you can see the skills, and the teacher uses these skills to test the students out. And imagine that today, the teacher has taught circles in the classroom. So after the class, she just creates the assignments and sends a notification to the students. The children open the game and they will not get random questions. They will get questions about circles which the teacher has chosen in the classroom. Differentiated instruction, which means for this particular topic, rules for multiplying integers. There's one child who scored below 60, there are 2 children who have scored between 60 to 79, and 5 students who have done more than 80%. So real-time performance of these children is being seen by the teachers, and there are a host of different reports which can be used by the teachers. For the parents, so this is the parent screen. The parent can see for their particular child, the parent sees my child Hayden is not doing well in measurement, patterning and algebra, but my child is doing excellent in number sense and differentiation. So this real data is going to the parent. This is about the admin or the principal reports which they are able to see. They are able to compare different classrooms and their progress. They are able to see out of the total students, how many are on borderline, how many are pacing, and how many are beyond their level. And they can choose these children and get them enrolled for Olympiads or things. So these kinds of important instructions and reports are coming for the principals as well. So we have 2 learnings, ladies and gentlemen, which we have learned in our 7 years of experience in the world and 1 year in India. The number one thing is that achievement in maths, doing well in maths comes from maths confidence. If you don't have confidence in maths, however much practice you do, you may not be able to achieve it. So we have to develop that confidence. Right side, I'm showing a real life case study where one of our schools in Bangalore, they have increased from March till July, they have increased their number of questions which they have attempted. And the overall average score of the entire school has gone up. Consistently it is going up. So this is how we are able to see that this is working, because the child is able to see, develop his confidence, he is able to achieve in maths. The second lesson that we learned, program cannot work in silo. It has to take the teacher and the school along, and therefore teachers are at the center of this particular platform. The teachers will decide what questions go, and we have helped the teachers in 3 ways. One is that it adapts, the program adapts to the student's capability. So the teacher can differentiate between the different child. All her classroom students are covered, right from the topper to the one who has got 40th rank. If you talk about rank, or if you talk more about growth mindset, skill-wise, topic-wise, which students are lagging behind. The teacher can create curated assessments, and the teacher gets differentiation of her children through these reports. And this is a very powerful medium for the teacher to be able to control the children's math skills. Here are some of the testimonials which we have received from our teachers in Bangalore and Delhi. And it's a testimony. So globally, how 8 crore students have come to us in just 7 years time, and more than 1 lakh children in India itself just in 1 year. This is what we are looking at as an achievement for us. So, till recently, this company was focused in West, in the US, Canada, UK, but now this company's second headquarter will across the world will be in Bangalore. From here, we are going to spread to different countries like China, like Africa, like Middle East, and all of these countries will be covered from our India office itself. So India, because it has the largest number of students in grade 1 to 8, is our focus market, and also where we want to see a lot of changes happening in the lives of the students. So any questions? Yes. Now we can take some.
Yes, Sarang, very questions. Nice demonstrations.
And these on the right side.
Hello, Sarang, are you getting my voice?
Yes, I'm getting your voice.
Can you off the screen sharing?
Yeah, let me just put one of the links in the chat.
Yes.
Yeah. So using this link, if you want, you can contact us, and also you can contact our team members, Jaswant and Rohit.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarang. And Sarang, there is some questions. If you actually,
yes,
some panelist has Miss Sangeeta has asked, do you offer individual personalized services, or is your an institutional services provider?
We we partnered with schools, but any child can also go ahead and create their account and play some part of the game for free. But we like to go through schools because there is a direct link which we want between what the learning is happening in school and the learning which is happening at home.
Okay, and then next question is, does Prodigy caters to all subjects and across classes?
Right now we cater only to maths because we've started with the math skills, but eventually in a few years we will also be covering other subjects.
And many people are asking regarding the pricing and each and everything. So I request all the participants that Sarang has put the link for in the chat. You can directly fill that link, go through that link, and you can directly contact to them. And Sarang, one general question that you has chosen the topic game, learning through games, and math is that critical subject that everyone wants to be aware, but want to say generally that you have to learn. So what are the major challenges you have faces during the when you reaches to the schools, reaches to the students, and how you are bridging that gap, sir?
So The biggest problem that we face, schools love this program. It is about device availability and connectivity in rural areas. So we see some sort of struggle to use this program when the child is in a rural area and very remote location where internet access is not proper. But last year when Jio came after, so we encourage people to take some cheap Jio connection through which they are able to access this, so that this program is available both in urban and rural areas equally. We don't want to differentiate or go to only city schools. We want to cover each and every student in India through this.
Thank you, Sarang. Thank you for your well presentation. And I request to all the participants, you can directly contact to Sarang regarding this Prodigy Games. And if you have any queries, you can contact to the education@digitallearning.in. We can directly, and you can follow the Prodigy Game on the Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, as well as to check the daily updates and the what the daily updates is going on in the tech innovations in the Prodigy Games. Thank you, Sarang. Thank you very much. Thank you for the joining in the second.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much.